Hey guys, what's up? I'm Dhruv this side, co-founder of Investment Stocks. So just wanted to make a short video as to what my positions were this week. And this is a very highly requested video that a lot of members inside of IM wanted to know. And a lot of people in the general public as well requested, on social media handles and stuff. So just doing that thing as well. So in totality, I made a total of 3 lakhs this week. Uh, and that is just intraday trading. So if you kind of start with my positions, so on Monday, which was your 26th of October, so Nifty basically was at a trend line. So if you can basically see over here, so obviously there were like two zones. So obviously Nifty was bouncing from this zone of 787 to somewhere around 820. It was taking resistance from around 12,000 somewhere around this zone. So two simple zones on a larger time frame. That's about it. All right. Uh, Coming on to shorter time frame, obviously, if you kind of switch to 5 minutes as well, you can definitely see that this is a simple trend line that is being formed over here. uh, the same was the case with Bank Nifty as well on that day. So on Monday, basically, I made a total of 1.7 lakhs using these. I took three trades on that day: Nifty, Bank Nifty, and Axis Bank. So if you basically look at this, so you know, if you just directly look at this, so this is like one touch, this is like two touch, this is like three touches, and obviously the third time it just broke the trend line. So what I basically did over here was buy a ton of 12,000 put options of Nifty, around 600 quantity. That's it. Held it till the end of this move, not the end of the move exactly, till around this point. So ended up gaining around 60 to 70,000 on these Nifty puts. Apart from that, if you kind of move on to what I did with Bank Nifty, so Bank Nifty is basically the same thing that happened on the 26th. uh, Same simple trend line, same simple breakout. Okay, bought around 25,000, bought around 200 quantity of 25,000 put options of Bank Nifty. So simple down move. First target obviously till your zone, reversing from here. Second target till this zone. So squared off my Nifty earlier, held on to my Bank Nifty positions as well for the entire day. So that gave me a little bit more. So I was up around 1.4 lakhs using just Bank Nifty. So these two were very deep ITM put options. So Bank Nifty was 25,000 put options. Obviously, Bank Nifty was around 24,400 at this point of time. But so what I basically did was go into deep ITM options. Same with Nifty. Nifty was around 900. I went for 12,000 put options. So they kind of act like futures, as have a big, good delta and stuff. So yeah. So held on to Bank Nifty for a little bit more time. Was around 1.4, 1.5 with these two positions as well. The third trade which I took on Monday was Axis Bank. So if you kind of shift the chart to Axis Bank for a second, so obviously Axis was in a very large, you know, parallel upwards channel. This basically you say it in price action terms. But apart from that, basically if you switch on to a smaller time frame, you basically could typically see an upward, support lines. Obviously this is one touch, two touch, three touch, four touch. I obviously entered the trade a little bit late. I didn't actually enter it over. I obviously entered when this red candle was formed. Took a put, shorted a future of Axis, held on for a few minutes, didn't actually just hold it till day end. Day end would have obviously given you a bigger profit as such, in all these three positions. So could have made around 2.3, 2.4 lakhs that day. Exited Axis a bit early, made 1.7, done for the day. So Monday was pretty good. Three positions, simple 1.7 done for the day. Three simple shots. So coming to Tuesday, which was the 27th. So basically on 27th, I took three positions. Uh, so we guys gave Asian Paints and Nestle in our community signals group as well. So basically, if you look at and my third position was Reliance. So obviously, if you look at Reliance for a second, so what I can basically see is I could definitely see a triangle like this. So this is the 27th of October. What I could basically see in Reliance was a simple, double bottom kind of stuff. So I kind of longed Reliance around here, this candle. Uh, I had two lots of future, 1010 quantity. That's it. took around 20 points on that, using these two candles. That's it. That was like a quick 10-15 minute scalp. That's it. Was up 20,000 in that trade. So that was it for this first trade on Tuesday. The second, so that's basically 20,000 up. Apart from that, the second trade on Tuesday, if you had to look, was Asian Paints. So Asian Paints is obviously at lifetime highs. You've probably seen as now, but so this was like a simple supply zone break and retest and long. So obviously I longed one lot of Asian Paints future on Tuesday as well. So didn't hold it till the very end of the day. Obviously I had a gut feeling that 2200 is going to come. Longed it around this level 2140, 45, somewhere around that, if I remember correctly. But had a gut feeling that 2200 might come. Didn't actually hold it to the very end. Squared off a little bit earlier, around 10-15 points below that, but good enough. So was up 25k in Asian Paints. That's about it. Uh, so moving on, so I even scalped call option of Asian Paints back then. So Asian Paints in totality was around 25,000 up. Call option in call option and future in Zerodha, and Reliance was in Axis. So if you kind of move on to the third trade that I took, so these are all signals that we gave on the Discord community as well. So I gave Nestle as well. I gave Asian Paints as well. So both were around, Nestle was around 450, 500 points up. That date was one of the top gainers as well. So Nestle had a previous levels marked from a very long time. So this was like a parallel channel that was over there in Nestle. So obviously it took resistance from the zone, converted into support as well over a few times. So on 27th, what basically happened, if you switch over here, is that where is it? Yeah. So obviously one break, simple close over here, longed it over here, and held on to the end of the day. So that's a very simple trade that I took in Nestle. So didn't actually hold it till the very end, booked somewhere in the middle. So Nestle was up just a little bit of 10,000. That's about it. So uh, scalped a little bit of Nestle. That was 10,000 up. So Tuesday was just around 50k up. That's about it. So Monday, Tuesday, if you kind of add them together, so that's around 2.2 lakhs, plus for that day. If you move on to Wednesday, for example, so Wednesday wasn't such a good day. Wednesday, I was in loss of around 15,000. Reduced it back to around 10,000 by the end of the day. But the trade that I took on Wednesday, which was the 28th, was this. Yeah. So, this one. So, this, yeah. So obviously Bajaj Finance closed above your day high and stuff. So longed it over here, gave a little bit of good profits for a few seconds before it actually just tumbled all over. So didn't have my trailing stop loss in place, didn't have a cost, a plus stop loss above cost, didn't have any of those. So ended up actually losing 12, actually 14k on that trade. So I scalped another put option that day. So all right, so ended up at 12k negative for Wednesday. So with negative, so that's pretty fine with me. So still up for the week, good enough. So Bajaj Finance for that for Wednesday. Those were the only two trades that I took on Wednesday. So coming on to your expiry, which was Thursday. So Thursday I basically just took Reliance, back to Reliance. So what I basically did was, this was obviously your first break on 27th. Waited, for this thing to form on 28th. All right, so this is obviously useless as of now. But after 28th, what basically happened is, obviously Reliance opened below 2000. So that was something that we had to look at. I was waiting, just to see where this thing would go. Obviously, I wasn't too, obviously you don't get very confident in shorting a share like Reliance, obviously. So even if it was a downfall, I wouldn't have been very confident in shorting it. So what I basically did was just kind of waited for a few seconds and stuff. So obviously there's no confirmation here as well. There's nothing that you can do over here, even on 5 minutes or even on 15 minutes, nothing as such. Obviously this candle closed above. This is the candle which, obviously broke the triangle. So this is just a simple triangle pattern that you have, simple price action, that's it. You know, went above, obviously came down over here, formed a pattern, long date, simple, kept a stop loss over here, that's it. Held it for the entire day. So Reliance, on Thursday I basically did 3 lots of future, so that is 1515 quantity, 1515. So that went up around 20-25 points. I kind of booked around 22 in that. Yeah, so I booked around 22 points in that. So Reliance was somewhere around 35,000 plus. Uh, Apart from that, the other thing that we guys did on Wednesday was, so we guys, carried an iron condor on Wednesday as well. So if I move back to Nifty for a second, so on Wednesday, what basically happened, which was the 28th. All right. So obviously, this was the day when Nifty was a little bit volatile, moved up, moved down, and stuff. Apart from that, what basically happened was, I basically had these two zones marked as such, from 791 to 662. So I was pretty confident that Nifty isn't gonna open below 500, and Nifty isn't gonna go till around 900 for the entire day. So what we basically did was take an iron condo. So we sold 11,500 put options. We bought 11,400 put options as hedging. So some people got 400, some people bought 350. So that's basically what we guys did over there. Apart from that, just the other part of the iron condo. So we sold 11 900 call options, and we even bought 12,000 call options just to hedge it. So that was basically the iron counter. Obviously Nifty was in a range bound, obviously it's a monthly expiry, so you kind of expect it to be a little bit volatile as such. So obviously it didn't even break 500, didn't even break 750 for example. So obviously we had 900 sold, we had 500 sold. So obviously both became zero. That's it, good enough. Booked around 5k on that, so that's it. So booked around 40k on Thursday, so expiry was good. So 35-40k on Thursday, that's about it. So apart from that, that was the only two trades that I did on Thursday. Was a pretty volatile market, so didn't actually get a lot of good entries and setups as well. uh, and I kind of avoid taking big trades on Thursday as well. Few options and stuff. This is just good enough, right? Uh, so if I move on to what I did yesterday on Friday, so basically Reliance was pretty good. So if you move back to Reliance, obviously Reliance is just bouncing around 2000 as well. So that's the level it has. So on 29, what basically happened, this was the first thing. All right. So coming back to Friday, which was yesterday. So what we guys basically did in Reliance was, on Thursday we guys basically had this line marked, this one. We took a simple breakout over here. Okay, scalped a few points. That's it. All right. So on Friday I was running, after Reliance once more. So what I basically did was just simply move this line from here to here. All right. That's basically all I did. Nothing else. After that, what I did was, saw this pattern forming over here. So obviously this is a fake breakout as well in the morning. Then it came back down, broke the zone once more. So this is basically where I entered. Kept a stop loss just below this, line break. So simple trend line break, upside direction, went up. I had a long it about here, around 35 and stuff. Uh, what basically happened was it went up, came back down. I had a stop loss over here. I went into a little bit of loss as well. uh, I was in profit till here. Obviously it came down to retest the level as well. So since I had long dated a high level, so I was in around 5-6 thousand loss as well. So that's pretty nominal as well. Apart from that, obviously Reliance went pretty high up, just when the market was about to end. So post 3 p.m, that's when the rally actually came in Reliance, and that obviously drive the Nifty as well. But I had Reliance longed from around 1 o'clock, so uh, held on to the position till the very end of the day. Squared it off at the very end moment at around 328, 329, somewhere around that. But yeah, so was thinking of carrying forward it, but didn't actually. But yeah, so booked around 40k on Reliance yesterday. Apart from that, there's another trade that we guys gave to our members. So if you look at Bharti Airtel, for example, so obviously this was the day when the results of Bharti Airtel came. All right, so this was the basically simple wedge that you could have actually drawn in Bharti. But coming back to the question of what basically happened over here. So, this was a simple, gap up opening, went up, that's about it. Came back down, obviously tested this level a lot of times. So basically, simple conclusion that you can take out of this is, obviously there's a good amount of support over here. So, it's, obviously when the support is going to break, you are just simply going to short it. So what we guys basically did was buy a few 400 put options of Airtel. So that was, at a price of around 5.5. That went to around 9.5, booked at a time. So that was like a nearly 70-80% gain on the put option, like till the end of the day. So the reason why this trade actually made sense was because of this gap. So obviously when a stock obviously opens gap up, and supposing in this case from 432 to somewhere around 441, so that's around 10 rupees gap. All right, so on a share like Airtel, that's pretty good. So you can technically just capitalize it in a good manner. So the thing is, obviously when the low of the gap is broken somewhere over here, so that's when you basically buy your options. All right, so that's where you can basically just simply buy a put option, hold it till the gap is basically filled, till around here 432. That was our target. Okay. Reversed also once from this wick, wick of 436. So basically if you just mark a horizontal line as well, so you can basically just see over here that reversed as well from this level. So obviously your 436 is going to be a first target, 433 is going to be a second target. Obviously made low of 430. Okay, difficult to capture that thing as well. That's a simple double bottom. Okay, went up, square of your position, that's about it. So Bharti Airtel was pretty good. Booked around 15 17k on Bharti Airtel. That was the same signal that I gave on the Discord group. So Bharti Airtel was the signal that we gave, Reliance was the signal that we gave, option spread was something that I gave for Thursday. You know Nestle is what we gave on this group. Then we gave Asian Paints. Then we gave every single signal that I took. So it all these signals are basically my personal trades. So in totality, booked around 3 lakhs for the week in them. So that is basically what my trade journal was for the week. Took less positions, booked good profit, took good quantity on all of them. So was a simple setup, was simple price action. That's about it. Nothing too complicated. So I hope you guys find this video useful. You can take a few learnings home as well from this thing. So that's about it for now, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.